welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and I'm here with your readings for June the 17th through June the 23rd. So listen, thank you for all the likes, shares, comments and new subscribers. I really appreciate you. If you're new, I hope you enjoy these readings and that you will return again next week. If you are returning, thank you. Guys, I really appreciate your love and support of this channel. Thank you so much. These are general readings, guys, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Please don't assume that everything I say here is applicable to you and your life. If you would like a more in-depth, personal, more tailored reading, then go to my website. The link will be below and you can see the types of readings that I offer. And there's a range of prices to accommodate everyone. Now, another way you can support this channel is by checking out my Patreon page. I post things on there that I don't post anywhere else, though I have to admit this last week I have been a little laxy-daisy in posting anywhere, actually. That's a story in and of itself. But I do, so check out my Patreon page. You can support this channel for as little as $1 a month. Actually, even little if you want to just do a one-time donation. And no donation is too small. It's all really helpful. And you know, and it's okay if you can't do that too. You know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends and family or on social media. Now, I also have a Facebook group, guys, and it's a closed group. If you can, the link to join that group is below in the show more section. In fact, all the links are below. The links to the other videos are below. Everything should be below. All the links to the videos, all the other videos, if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising. These readings come in 3 sections. The intro, which is this, and then the weekly astrological aspects, and then the tarot reading. So if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising, you can skip the intro and the astrology section, and those timestamps will also be below. Now, what do I have to do? Yeah, in my group, every 2 weeks I do a live feed, and you know, and I do kind of astrology for what's going on in the day, and then I, you know, have my cards and I do readings. So it's fun. Join the Facebook group and we discuss, you know, you can post something in there, you know, that's uplifting and positive, and we'll all love that. I am releasing, I am starting a course, a 4-week course on how to meet your spirit guide. I will be releasing that in the next week or so. I'll be releasing the date. The first ever course will be an interactive course. I will be present, you'll be present. We'll do it in a 4-week section, 1 hour each week, 1 evening. So we will, you know, that information, it's really inexpensive for a 4-week course. That's, you know, that the information on that will be, go to my website, you'll see it. And so I'll be releasing a promo for more information on that shortly, and you can check that out. And other than that, hey, let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for the 17th through the 23rd. Now, Monday, June the 17th, the full moon in Sagittarius happens at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the full moon is when the sun is opposite the moon and illuminating it. That's why it's so, such a beautiful, it's directly opposite, so it's beautiful and luminous. And full moons shed a light on the truth. It kind of lights up an area of your life that needs addressing. Now, the moon receives that lovely light from the sun's giving the light. The sun is in Gemini, right? So this full moon is about communication. Gemini rules communication. Now, the moon is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is also about the truth, right? So, and it can be about litigation, the legal system, and injustice. Look, Sagittarians can tell you the truth in such a way that it can be offensive sometimes, because it's really, one might say, the brutal truth, right? Brutal honesty. So Sagittarius is about being truthful, right? And the moon is about showing you the truth. So there will be an area, it depends on where this full moon happens in your natal chart as to how it will affect you and which area of life it will affect you. Now, this is a karmic full moon, and full moons are always about completions, endings, and letting go, right? So perhaps we need to think about how we can release our karmic debt. And it's also about, you know, making the right decisions so that we're not accruing more karma, and that we are, you know, sloughing off the karmic debt that we have accrued in the past. The moon in Sagittarius is about idealism, sensitivity, and compassion, right? And it's relatively close to Jupiter in Sagittarius, and that Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and it's about optimism, positivity, faith, religion, and philosophy. We might be redefining our beliefs during this time, and perhaps there's a change in our belief system, or, you know, it's kind of shifted somewhat. I'm not saying a drastic change in, you know, your belief system, but it could have kind of shifted a lot. It might have got more deeper and more meaningful. And this change has probably been coming around for a little while now. It might be a good idea to ask yourself, what has changed for you? What has come to fruition that you perhaps planted a seed of at the new moon a few weeks ago? The energy around this full moon will be really intense, that it's so intense that you may feel a little restless at times. So you could be longing for adventure or long distance travel, perhaps even a spiritual retreat might be on your mind. Listen, we need to make choices that release karma, and we really don't want to accrue any more. So do your best not to judge others, and respect where they are at in their journey. Neptune will be playing a big role this week also. It has for a little while now already, but we'll talk more about Neptune in a moment. So it's really important to practice sensitivity, compassion during this full moon. Tap into that sensitivity, and it is about idealism. It's about, you know, helping others. How can we help others? How can we help the collective? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. It's kind of an exciting time, I think. Now, on Wednesday, Mercury gets really up close and comfortable with Mars. It feels like the pace is picking up, right? Things kind of move a little faster. You're more inspired. You know, your mental energy and acuity is abundant. So you're really on point. Now, you could kind of have aggressive language and perhaps and sarcastic communication could be likely. There may not be any filter from what you think to what you say. You know, that can occur. And look, this is really great for journalists and reporters, because you get right to the point really fast and, you know, quick without any messing around. You can be a little impatient during this time, like, oh, you know, you're thinking quick, you want the answers quick, that kind of energy. Now, on Friday, the sun moves into Cancer. Yay! Happy birthday, Cancer! Now, on this day, it is also the summer solstice. It's like the midsummer, right? It's the longest day of the year. It's when the sun is at the highest point. And so, therefore, the day is really long. So there's something to celebrate. Now, also on Friday, Neptune stations retrograde. Now, this is like your mind playing tricks on you. It's kind of confusion. It's a bit foggy. It's dreamy. You know, pay attention to your dreams, both during the day and at night. And be aware that you can go off in your head, right? Because, you know, when the planet's been slowing down for a little while now, Neptune. So creativity and, you know, and spirituality and intuition and psychic ability are all at play. You know, interest in the occult, like, you know, tarot and astrology is very, you know, people are very interested in that right now. It kind of feels like molasses, like you're walking in molasses. It feels like you don't get anything done. You feel it's a very distracting kind of energy. The best way to channel this is through creativity. You know, writing a story, writing, you know, visual arts, you know, video, anything that's kind of creative. That's how you channel this energy, and that's how you get the most of it. That's co-creating with it, right? Now, on Sunday, the 23rd, Venus opposes Jupiter. You could be spending a little too much time in the mirror, darling. It's very kind of, it's vanity oriented, right? It's very important how you look. You want to look fabulous. You want to feel, it's that kind of energy where you take people for granted and you take situations for granted. So it's like a feeling of entitlement. Just be aware of that. Be aware not to get too egocentric during this time, or, you know, I'm better than you, holier than thou, you better love me and you better do what I deserve it. Darling, it's very that. So luxury is appreciated, beauty, art, you know, that's perhaps where you should channel that. Not looking in the mirror, but looking at something beautiful like art, you know, listening to a beautiful music. That's where you can channel this energy. Okay, guys, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your tarot card section of your reading for June the 17th through June the 23rd. And I have been shuffling these for quite a while. And I've also done the intention for them. So this is for Taurus, for June the 17th through June the 23rd. What wonderful blessings, guidance, and helpful information can you give Taurus for this coming week? What wonderful guidance, blessings, and helpful information. Oh, there you go, 3 cards. So funny, that one kept popping up. Lovely. Okay, Spirit is here, darling. My nose is going 10 to the dozen. These are clarifying cards for Taurus. Clarifying cards for Taurus. One last shuffle. Please clarify. Oh, it's like they want to come out, but then they don't. They go back in. Oh, there you go. Okay. Please clarify. There it is. Okay, 2 cards came out for that. And please clarify lovely. Okay, let's look at your card, shall we? Okay, the first card out is the Empress card. Then you have the Hermit. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And you have the King of Pentacles and the Justice card. Judgment card, not Justice. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Okay. It's very hot and humid in here. But the fan makes too noise, and and the AC makes too much noise. But anyway, let's see. The first card up for you is the Empress, And she is all about creativity. Look, she's holding up the Venus sign here. This is telling you to get in touch with your feminine side. Even if you're a male, we all have male and female sides. This is to get in touch with your female sensual side. Be more sensual, be more loving, be more tactile and demonstrative, and be expressive, creatively expressive. Now, clarifying the Empress, right? And the Empress is the number 3 card. To me, that's about expansion. It's about growing, right? And you have the Hermit. This is about, it's about retreating from society. I'm not saying go in solitude or anything like that, but take a moment for yourself, even if it's deep breathing, even if it's just connecting with nature on some level, even if it's a park, you know, an urban park, somewhere where you can get in touch. You can just, sometimes it's walking down the street and looking up at the sky. It can be as simple as that. But it really is, I mean, on a deeper level, you know, meditation is really important, because I have a feeling that some of you may be up in your head. And it's important to separate yourself from that kind of chatter going on all the time, right? It's separate yourself, you know. Don't be ruled by the chatter in your mind. You are not your mind. Meditate. The next card you have is the Ace of Pentacles. This is like it's like you're starting to see all the effort that you've put in, you're starting to see it pay off. This is exciting. It's the beginning of something very promising and lucrative, and you know you like that. Now, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles is the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is a call to duty, right? Things are going to come up. It's interesting, right? Things come up, like sometimes secrets can come out. Secrets that have been hidden from you can come out. The truth is being shed. There'll be a light shed on something in your life this week. For all of us, we're all going to kind of see the truth in something. I know what my truth is. So you're going to see that. You're going to see an area of your life where you can't ignore it anymore, and you need to. It's really important for you to address this situation or area of your life that needs addressing. And in doing so, you will really reap the benefits. It's really important that you pay attention to that, Taurus. Don't be in fear of handling anything that you've kind of, you know, that's just come up, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, and it's fear-based, but really when you deal with it, you feel good, and then it's going to turn out in your favor. The King of Pentacles, look, the King of Pentacles is about, look, he loves luxury. He's really into luxurious possessions. He likes opulence, but he's not afraid to work for it. So this is saying you've got some work ahead of you. You definitely have some work ahead of you, Taurus. And you're not afraid of hard work. I know that. And look, the next card is the Two of Pentacles. It's about juggling. It's about being the multitasker. It's about paying attention. This is always about the focus, keeping the focus. Keep the focus on what's important, because you could drop a ball and everything will fall apart. So you are being asked to focus, and we all need to focus this week, because, you know, Neptune will be taking us on a trip. And here you have the Chariot. And the Chariot represents a very difficult journey that's come to a completion. And you have had to, deal with opposing forces, and this is also about focus. You are being asked to bring your focus into the present moment, Taurus. When you bring your focus into the present moment, and I mean laser focus, try not to be distracted by anything. Don't be distracted by, the television perhaps, shopping, or, you know, going out too much, something that's taking you away from your responsibilities. You need to kind of focus on that. And it's like you may struggle this week from, you know, wanting to, knowing you've got to take care of your responsibilities, but wanting to have a little fun and wanting to let go. And but this is not the time to have fun. This is a time to buckle down and take care of your responsibilities. This is not the time to rest up. Not right now. Right now you're laying the groundwork and things are really going to work out for you, but you really need to pay attention and focus on the tasks at hand. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends, family, or social media. And please comment. I answer every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.